Welcome to lesson number 8 of the Baritone Blues, and we're again playing scale pattern number 4, and we're just adding the blue note that gives it so it turns it from the minor pentatonic scale to the blues scale. And this time we're only adding one note if you're looking at your PDF. So it's going to be pretty easy. We'll add this note in with our scale practice, just like we have been doing. And then we'll learn a couple new riffs that we can add to our repertoire using the blues scale 4. All right, I think that's it. Not much else to talk about on this one, so let's get right to it. Blues solo course, lesson number 8. Only a couple more to go after this one. You're doing a good job. Okay, here we go with lesson number 8. We're moving along. We're adding the blue note to the scale, and it's only it's fret 13 on the G string. All right, and again the chords are the minor chord and the 7th chord that you can see on your paper. Now, again, let me reiterate that you could play this same pattern if you were playing G. That's the riff we learned last week, you know. You do the same thing in A. And B. C, you know, here you got your C's. And of course, D is where we're at. But I just did that little exercise just to show you that it moves up and down the neck, and it's based on your root notes. So G, you know, you have your root note here on 5 and 3, your minor chord right there, your 7th chord right there, and everything is based off of the root notes. And this is really stuff that we learned back in our solo course, but just a little refresher. Okay, so the exercise that we're going to play . Let's not double hit that bottom string. So and when I hit so it goes 10, 12, top string, 10, 12, slide to 13, 10, 13, 10, 13, then back up, 10 on the E, 13, 10 on the B, 13 slide to 12 on the G, to 10 on the G, 12 on the D, 10, and finish up on the root, the 10, the 12. What am I talking about? That's our D. So it sounds like this. And then we hit our chord. So we'll do 2 times on the dominant 7th, D7, and 2 times on the minor. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the 7th. And then again, 1, 2, 3, 4. 7th chord. Okay, let's do it 2 times and hit the minor chord after. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very nice. And one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. I picked it that time. All right. There we go. That's a nice little exercise. Play it as fast as you want. Play it in different keys. You know, I'm going to play it in B right now. Where are my B's? I got a B there, a B there. Here it is. And, you know, pick a new key each week. This week I'm going to do G's and practice all your scales in G, the riffs, and just, you know, learn it bit by bit. That's how it's really going to stick, is by just playing it over and over. Okay, our riff is going to be so we're just sliding to the blue note, that 13th fret, then just walking up to 12, 10, to 12, our root on D, and let's slide that up from 10 to 12. It's kind of cool. Okay, slow again. 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 And one more time. All right, good. Nice little riff that you can do. Next riff sounds like this. You can slide it or hammer it on. Thirteen, 10, 12, 13, 12 on the G string, and then 13, 12 again. Again. And then we add the 10 on the G string. Again. And then you end it by going 10 on the D and hammering onto your root at 12. And one more time. And there you have some 2 more little riffs that you can add to your repertoire. know, I was just incorporating those riffs and also noodling around and playing around, adding some little flair here and there, you know. So make up your own little riffs too, but those are two nice little riffs that you can add. Play them along with all the others as you're creating your solos. Okay, I think that will do it for lesson number 8. And we got one more pattern to go and four more licks to learn, and we'll wrap up the baritone blues course. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out, hit me up in the comments, and I'll be more than happy to answer those questions. Okay, I'll see you next week. Until then, keep on playing.